Hello my bookish besties and welcome into another episode of Bookmas. I'm so happy that you're here. Today we are going to be going through every single book that's currently on my physical TBR. That does mean though that this won't include any books that I might possibly get for Christmas, but anywho. We are going to rapid fire go through everything that's currently on the shelf. This will be really nice. If you see anything that you think I should read, be sure to leave it down in the comments below. And I am really nervous and excited to see how many books I actually have on the physical TBR, because I'm not sure that I currently know that number. But this will also help me transition my Cosmere catch-up series from a Cosmere specific TBR takedown to just a TBR takedown in general. So I'm really excited to start doing that starting in probably January of 2026. So be sure to keep an eye out for those. And without further ado, let's rapid fire go through the books on my shelf. First, we've got the basically everything by Jessa Hastings that isn't Magnolia Parks or The Conditions of Will. So that's the Daisy Hates books and the second and third Magnolia Parks books, and then Never. We also have the Lord of the Rings trilogy and The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. That was crazy. Let me fix that. So that was crazy. Anywho, we have repaired it. Okay, I have the Legendborn Cycle by Tracy Dion, Legendborn, Bloodmarked, and Oathbound. The next three books in the Belladonna series, so that's Foxglove, Wisteria, and Holly, all by Adeline Grace. Antibot by Sierra Greer, Arcana Academy by Elsie Kova, Silver Elite by Danny Francis, Tabasis by R.F. Kwong, Alchemy of Secrets by Stephanie Garber, Our Infinite Fates by Laura Stephen, Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry, and Red City by Marie Lu. Or is it Mary? I don't know. Okay, we have The Will of the Many by James Islington. We have Soul of Shadow by Emma Noyes. Next we have 12th Night. I don't know how you say her name, but I do believe this is the same author as Alex E. Haro. I think one of them is a pen name. Next we have Silver in the Bone by Alexandra Bracken. This one's one of those weird ones because the name's like not on the spine. We have Heart of Iron by Ashley Poston, Darkly by Marisha Pessel? I don't know. Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb, and A Study in Drowning by Ava Reed. The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. We have A Stirring from the Depths. This is by Kate Waterhouse. This is an indie published book. And then I have Heartless Hunter and Rebel Witch, both by Kristen Ciccarelli. The Rose Bargain by Sasha Payton Smith. Curious Tides and Stranger Skies. These are by Pascal Lecelle. I don't think I'm saying that right, but Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I've never seen this cover before. I found it at my library. I think it's really cool. Stormcrow. This is by Kaylin Josephson. I just ripped the dust jacket on this trying to get it out of the shelf. Well, this is The Dagger and the Flame by Catherine Doyle. Need to repair that now. Oopsies. I have 5 Broken Blades. This is by Maya Cortland. We have Fate Eaten in Blood and A Curse Carved in Bone. This is by Daniel L. Jensen. We have Bone Crier's Moon and Bone Crier's Dawn. This is by Catherine Purdue. And then I've got Iron Widow and Heavenly Tyrant. These are by, I don't know how to pronounce her name, I apologize. Okay, these are all my indie published books. I have Heir of Sun and Moon and Crowns of Stars and Tides. These are by Janessa Wren. I believe they are Disney princess retellings. And I have Heart of Chaos. This is by Madeline Elliott. Okay, this one is the first one. So we've got Fortune's Shadow, Mercy's Light, and Fortune's Cloak, Mercy's Blade. This is by Dennis Riley. These are two authors that like co-write together. Then we have Sky of Thorns and Secret of Thorns. These are by Fleur de Villeneuve. We have A Clash of Tides. This is by Olivia R. Marr. I actually do have a signed copy with some prints and stuff that I am going to be doing a giveaway on soon for this book. Look at her. Zoe, are you comfy? Are you comfy, baby girl? Here, back to it. We then have From Stardust and the King's Sword. These are by Megan Kay. And then I have How the Fox Runs by J.O. Ellis. I always want to say How the Fox Ruins. And then I think this is my last indie published book. I have Bombshell Devil's Advocate. This is by Nikita Bell. I've got Phantasma and Enchantra. These are by Kaylee Smith. Immortal Dark by Tigest Germa. I'm so sorry, I don't know how to pronounce people's names. The Empress by Kristen Cast. I have the Scythe trilogy. These are by Neil Schusterman. I have the Thursday Murder Club and We Solve Murders, both by Richard Osman. Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix. Wrong Place, Wrong Times by Gillian McAllister. Murder Your Employer by Rupert Holmes. Where Sleeping Girls Lie. This is by, I don't know how to pronounce her name either, I'm really sorry. Killers of a Certain Age by Deanna Rayborn. And then, last but not least, for my little thriller section, we got the Mind F series by S.T. Abbey. Lies of Loch Lamora. This is by Scott Lynch. Don't Let in the Cold by Keely Perrek. Dream by Hannah Grace. Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. Variation by Rebecca Yarros. And I also have Great and Precious Things and Full Measures by Rebecca Yarros. Heartless by Elsie Silver. The Longest Ride by Nicholas Sparks. I really just want to read a Nicholas Sparks book, to be honest. And then Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. The Emily Wilde's trilogy by Heather Fawcett. So we got Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, Emily Wilde's Map of the Other Lands, and Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales. We have Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. We have the Carval trilogy by Stephanie Garber, Carval, Legendary, and Finale. We have the Curse for True Love, I think is what it's called. Ballad of, I don't know, but it's the other trilogy by Stephanie Garber. Once Upon a Broken Heart, about the Ballad of Ever After, and A Curse for True Love. I have all 5 of the Game of Thrones books by George R.R. Martin. Then I have the Raven Cycle. This is by, what's her name? Maggie Stiefvater. So that's the Raven Boys, the Dream Thieves, and Blue Lily, Lily Blue. I have The Wedding People by Alison Espach. I have Fable, Namesake, and The Last Legacy. These are all by Adrian Young. I have A Multitude of Dreams. This is by Mara Rutherford. I have the Deadly Education trilogy. This is by Naomi Novik. So it's a Deadly Education, The Graduate, and The Enclaves. These might be out of orders. Also, it's the Golden Enclaves. I can't read. The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. Next, I have books 2 through 4 of the Confessions of a Murder Suspect series. So that's Confessions, The Paris Mysteries, Confessions, The Private School Murders, and then Confessions, The Murder of an Angel. The first one is Confessions of a Murder Suspect. These are books like from my childhood that I would like to read at some point. Next, we have Only Love Can Hurt Like This. This is by Paige Toon. Greek Ella by Ashley Poston. The Happily Ever After playlist by Abby Jimenez. What Happens After Midnight by K.L. Walther. You Between the Lines by Katie Naiman. Roomies by Christina Lauren. Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating by Christina Lauren. Honey Don't List by Christina Lauren. Dating You Hating You by Christina Lauren. And My Favorite Half Night Stand, also by Christina Lauren. I have quite the Christina Lauren backlog to work through. Falling Like Leaves, this is by Misty Wilson. And Savor It by Tara DeWitt. I have An Academic Affair by Jodi McAllister. The Beartown Trilogy by Frederick Bachman. The first one is over there on my TBR pile. Then I have all 5 of the Windy City series books by Liz Tom Ford. We got Mile High, The Right Move, Caught Up, Play Along, and Rewind It Back. We have 500 Miles From You, this is by Jenny Colgan. Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney. Guy's Girl by Emma Noyes again. The X-Talk by Rachel Lynn Solomon. Out of Love by Hazel Hayes. The first two books in the When in Rome series, so that's When in Rome and Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. The Dinner List by Rebecca Searle. My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey. Romanov by Nadine Brandeis. And I have Love in the Time of Cholera and 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. I also have Until August by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. I don't really know that I want to read it, but it's a short little book. And then we have The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. Same story. Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. Still haven't read them. Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. And then Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. And then I do technically have a couple other books on this shelf that are considered TBR, but I don't really anticipate ever reading them, so I'm not going to show them to you. And then I do also have all of these books back here that are on my TBR, but I'm kind of hoping that by the time you see this, I probably will have read most of those. Okay, and then I'll be honest, I just didn't want to rearrange my shelf here, so we do have The Silent Man and The Frugal Wizard's Handbook, Rhythm of War, Dawn Shard, and Wind and Truth. On this shelf, still to read of my Cosmere Journey. And then on this shelf, I have to read the second era of Mistborn still and all of the Skyward series. And then this is my latest purchase. I bought the Infernal Devices and the City of Bones. Mortal Instruments, yep, that's it. I bought all of those, and I have the first one of whatever this series is of Cassandra Clare's, and I'm really, really excited to read these. But anywho, thank you guys so much for watching today's video and for also joining me on this crazy and really exciting Bookmas journey. Be sure to give a like and a comment down below. Let me know in the comments what books should I prioritize on my TBR for 2026, and if there's any books that you think I should go ahead and unhaul, be sure to let me know that down below as well. And be sure to check out the rest of my Bookmas videos, both the ones that are already posted and the ones that are still to come, and I hope I catch you guys in the next one.